Hey, Atlanta Falcons fans! We've got some exciting news that you won't want to miss today, so get ready for some important updates. But before we dive in, please hit that like button to support the video. It's totally free and helps us a ton. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, so your like means a lot. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. We aim to keep you updated with the latest news. Thanks for your support, and let's get straight to today's story. Could the Eagles' Super Bowl star be the answer to Atlanta's pass rushing struggles? The Atlanta Falcons will likely be a popular destination for big-name pass rushers in free agency and trades this offseason. With the team's strong need for a capable pass rush, they're in a position to improve. Losing Lorenzo Carter and Matthew Judon may actually help, as it opens up space for new talent. Whoever they bring in to replace these veterans can only make the team better. One potential fit: former Eagle and Super Bowl standout Josh Sweat. On the biggest stage, Sweat had the game of his career, sacking Patrick Mahomes 2.5 times. While he only had 8 sacks in the 2024 season, playing on a stacked Eagles defense, that would still be impressive enough to make him a standout on the Falcons' pass rush. Sweat could be the upgrade Atlanta needs and fits perfectly into what they're missing. The only possible concern? His price. Sweat's career-defining performance on the biggest stage will likely increase his value in free agency, especially after his impact against Mahomes and the Chiefs. The big question is, how much will that affect his cost? The impact of his free agency price will determine whether or not he's a good fit for the Falcons. Atlanta's biggest challenge in rebuilding its pass rush will be finding ways to create the cap space needed for both the draft and free agency. There are plenty of potential adjustments to make, but the real issue for the Falcons will be securing the right assets, not finding players who could fit. With that in mind, the early part of Atlanta's offseason will be shaped by how the team creates space to improve. Pro Football Focus, PFF, recently revealed its dream offseason plans for all 32 NFL teams, and their pick for the Falcons showed just how low the expectations are for general manager Terry Fontenot. When free agency opens next month, PFF suggested that the Falcons target edge rusher Baron Browning. Browning, originally drafted out of Ohio State by the Denver Broncos in the 3rd round of the 2021 NFL Draft, was traded before the November deadline to the Arizona Cardinals for a 6th-round pick. Browning finished the season with 21 tackles and 2 sacks across 13 games with both teams, with all his sacks coming in 8 games with the Cardinals after the trade. With limited buying power in free agency, Atlanta could look to cheaper, high-potential options like Browning to help improve a pass rush that ranked 30th in both win rate, 34.5%, and PFF grade, 59.0%. PFF's Mason Cameron noted that Browning, who became a full-time starter in 2022, has really stood out in Arizona, earning a career-high 77.2 PFF pass rush grade. Browning is a talented pass rusher who was traded by the Broncos during a contract year, making him a potential bargain for the Falcons. Browning's talent is undeniable, but his inability to stay on the field regularly has been a concern. He missed 13 games due to injury during his first 3 seasons in Denver and was limited by injuries in several others. As a result, the Broncos decided to move on from him, instead signing fellow draft pick Jonathan Cooper to a 4-year, $54 million extension. Cooper, who was selected in the 7th round of the same draft and also played at Ohio State, has been more reliable. Browning is a good, low-risk, high-reward option, especially if he can be signed at the right price. But ironically, PFF lists the Falcons as having the 30th ranked pass rush grade, just ahead of the Arizona Cardinals, who are ranked 31st. PFF also has the Cardinals looking to improve their pass rush with an edge rusher, suggesting that both teams are in a similar situation. So, is the Falcons' dream to sign a player who was cut by a team ranked just below them in pass rush? According to PFF, the Falcons aren't as broken as some might think. While they're not in a great position with the potential cap hit from Kirk Cousins in 2025, whether he's on the team or not, they are far from being in a hopeless situation. SpotTrack lists them 28th in available salary cap space, but there is still enough flexibility to pursue a high-value free agent if they choose to. David Ona's cap hit could reach $13 million in 2025, but there's plenty of flexibility in the contracts of Jake Matthews, Grady Jarrett, and Caleb McGarry. Plus, owner Arthur Blank has the financial resources to make moves if needed. Baron Browning could be a solid addition to the Falcons' defense, but he shouldn't be the top target for general manager Terry Fontenot. He would make a good depth addition as the Falcons look to strengthen their defense with multiple signings this offseason.